So I'm making progress in my rack in theory. I've started stripping out the unnecessary stuff, which is the R720 I was using as a test box. And then I had a 4-node server here that I can't remember the model number of, and then my future R730. And I also had a rack PDU here that I've removed. The plan is to put this rack mount fan assembly right here. I'm going to replace this with a 3U drawer, and then I'm going to shift everything up. Unfortunately, my first attempt trying to record this, I dropped it, which is awesome, so it has a nice gouge in it. But yeah, basically, actually I don't want to drop it again. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to unplug it. I'm going to pull this out. Basically, this is going to be about right here. And the plan is, everything's a mess. My 10 gig switch is going to go right here. I wanted to do it as is without this fan here, and I was just going to use this 1U vented blank. But then I realized if I need to get in there, there's just no way I can get in there. And I think it'll be too difficult to remove this drawer. I'm not sure. I've honestly never tried. The thing I don't like about this drawer is the slides need to be re-greased because they're really stiff. I might be able to. Yeah, can't do it with just one hand. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this drawer anyways. I don't like that drawer, and all it's being used for is empty boxes. I have some miscellaneous cables, and that's a 3 terabyte cold spare drive for my backup NAS. But yeah, I'm just trying to clean things up here, get rid of all the excess crap, and basically what's here right now is stuff that I'm actively using to some degree or another. So, yay. But yeah, I'm making progress. The PDUs are off to the side because annoyingly, if the PDUs are mounted on the rack, you can't get anything in through the back here because they stick out too far. They stick out like slightly in line with the rack posts. But yeah, well, some progress at least. Well, slowly but surely I'm making progress. Rack definitely looks a lot different now. I got the 3U fans in there, and then this 3U drawer. This drawer is kind of noisy when you open it, but at least it opens smooth and easier. It doesn't stick like that 4U drawer does. I had to move the PDUs up 1U each to make all this fit. And I'm slowly working on up here. I decided to put the other rack fan I have up top. I think this will kind of help blow out some of the hot air coming from behind those switches. The bottom juniper switch through the back is going to get replaced with this one though. But I decided to move my router went down 1U, and then this open blank thing went up 1U because I wanted to be in line with the opening in the back. And then I put the auto transfer switch under the router. I don't think it's going to make a lot of electrical noise and interfere with stuff. I don't know. But it'll be nice. I thought about putting the router on the back too, but I kind of like being able to see it from the front. So I'm leaving that there, and then I have the switch here, because the auto transfer switch here, because then I can check the power meter. And the next 3U under this, I don't think I'm going to put anything. I'm not sure. I'll probably just blank it off. And then the next 3U down, which would be these three, that's where the Sliger is going to go. So I need to work on figuring out how the rails work and put that in a video. Of 2U blank here, and then lower down. I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet. I really don't want to have to shift this up. But I don't want this unsightly hole here. Maybe I'll just put a blank over it. Grab, this isn't a very good example, but the closest one. Grab a 2U blank and just slap that there. It doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look great. But then I also need to get a 2U blank for down there. Let's grab another one that's nearby. See what that looks like. I was going to throw these in the scrap bin. I think they're aluminum. But I was like, you know, maybe I'll use this for something. Never can have enough blanks. Honestly, I don't know. It looks okay. I also need to switch out that faceplate. This is for OEMR server, as like Dell calls it. I don't remember what that stands for. Basically, it's a debranded server for custom build people, and this bezel was previously for a NVR setup. But you know, I was conflicted, but I think, yeah, I'm just gonna slap in 2 blanks there, not these. But yeah, I like that. Keep it covered. I swear. Hopefully that's not too loud. Oh, I broke it. There we go. I kind of don't mind having the blanks there, and they'll still kind of look uniform, so it'd be a lot easier than trying to move these. But yeah, and then I got the 10 gig switch mounted back here. I'm hoping it's gonna be fine there. I'm kind of wondering if I should put a little bit higher. I don't know for certain yet, because if I put cables here and stuff and loop them around, I think it might get messy. So I could yeah, there's no opening there. I could probably move it up 1 or 2U, and actually moving it up 1U might be a good idea, because then it'll be centered with those fans, and those fans will do more to pull the hot air from that up the front. But yeah, and then I gotta get all this figured out. It's kind of tricky because doing this swap while keeping stuff online is the problem I'm running into. So I'm kind of, the videos I'm making of this project are like, they're not linear from a time standpoint, but kind of jumping around basically. But yeah, I need to get to the point though where I can pull the SSDs out of my R720 and put those in my R730, and then get that going, fix the VMs, and yeah, that'll be great. But I don't know, work goes on. Well, it's gonna be a little bit louder in here at the moment, and probably in the future as well. But I've made some progress, and I just kind of got everything plugged in, running right now, just seeing what's gonna be like. The blanks I found turned out nice. It looks good. I'm kind of actually happy about having this space now. I kind of didn't like the gap, but honestly, with 2 servers blank, 2 servers blank, that looks nice. Gives me room to upgrade. Unless I want something for you, then I'm gonna have to play musical rack mounts. I still need to get a Dell branded bezel for this. But yeah, got the fans going. I got the upper ones up here as well. These are probably actually going to be more beneficial than the lower ones, since the lower ones is just the one switch. But that, and I got the auto transfer switch going here. It's currently plugged in, just kind of in a roundabout way. It's going to be going to the battery backups though. I believe the cords will reach. They have to reach all the way down and around to my these 2 battery backups. And basically this will be the only thing plugged into those, because uh-oh. Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna get hurt doing that. Hey. Where you fit? Oh my. Goofball? What are you up to? I need to find a little rack shelf that'll fit you. Little weasel. Sneaking around everywhere you're not supposed to be. Oh no! Alright, be free. But yeah, hopefully the cords for this will reach all the way down there. They are kind of curved up right now too. I'll send them down the side that they come out of that, and should be fine. But Yeah, so that's looking good. Gonna have to mount the slagger here and then find another blank. I think I'm gonna rig up a tiny PC. I'm gonna use a Lenovo M600 right here, and that'll run the Cat TV in theory. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I have an idea in my head, but we'll see. I want to do. I want to use a video over Ethernet converter, just send it all the way across the building, basically. Um, and really, the reason to have it in here is just so all I have to have over there is a monitor, and I don't have to deal with another all-in-one breaking on me. But the back doesn't look too exciting. I have the switch right here, as previously in the video, I believe I showed that. And then trying to figure out what I want to do with cable management. Maybe like a 3D print some cable management arms, or I might use this. I'm thinking I mount this kind of up and above, and maybe I can use zip ties and cable straps and stuff to kind of attach cables and route them. There's really not going to be that much going to this though, because most of my stuff is gigabit. So between really this server and then the Slagger NAS, that's going to be the majority of my 10 gig, unfortunately. Oh man, it's kind of silly now thinking about it. And the Slagger NAS is actually going to be using one of the 40 gig ports, and then I split that up in 10 gigs, and 2 of those will go up to my Juniper with the 10 gig ports. But yeah, I guess basically going to be using 6 ports of this technically 64 port switch if you break out these QSFPs. Down the road, I might end up actually giving my server, my R730XD that'll be going here, access to 40 gig networking. I may even go as far as to just directly tie that to TrueNAS. Hard to say. Also, when I rebuild my office PC, I'm going to give it the ability to do 10 gig networking, so I can edit videos over the network and have a little bit more better user experience. I forget where this was in the rack previously, but I decided to move this cable management arm down here, and the plan is I'm going to route the power cords from the servers through this. I'm going to route them through. I'm thinking I'm going to try to get the 6 of them plugged in here, and then I'll have a 7th one, which I don't know where it'll go. These arms kind of impede plugging stuff in. Trying to think here, do I have a cord here now? Make sure this is the normal power cord. I have a few things that are supposedly for 115 volt only is what they're labeled. But so those cable management arms kind of impede on the cord. I mean, it kind of fits. It's pretty close. It's not as bad as it could be. So we'll kind of see what happens there. I think realistically, so this bottom server will stay. That is running some game server stuff, which is plugged in away. The next one, my really wacky custom R520 NAS that I made, don't really have any reason to get rid of it, so it'll probably stay where it is. The R720 that's doing my drive, or my NAS backups, it's gonna stay for now. It's probably gonna go offline because there's no reason to have it on once I get the Slagger NAS going. But I think I will reserve this slot in the rack for test server, basically, that I can do stuff with more on a hardware level than a software level. But yeah, otherwise I might switch that out for the R820 I got stuck with. And then I'll have quad socket with terabyte of RAM. But yeah, so it's not terrible, it's not great, I don't know. And basically the plan with these two PDUs, assuming these LED lights aren't completely washing things out, the plan with these two PDUs is the inner one is going to be just straight off wall power, and this outer one's going to be on the battery backup. So this one, this plug right here is what's going to feed this PDU. But that's all off right now because I'm not ready to use it anyways. But yeah, and all these cables down here and these battery backups, I mean, the ones with the green and blue tape, those are going to my top two servers, the R720s. I think this one's going to my weird R520 that I made, and this is going to the top PDU. So yeah, a lot of that will kind of get rearranged. I think it'll turn out nice. And then up here, I still have these. They need to get plugged into the switch, along with, I think, oh yeah, there's the other three. There are things I'm not using right now, so I just figured when I pulled the switch that was there, I just set them off to the side. But yeah, basically these two switches are going to be fairly heavily populated. All the management stuff for my servers and PDUs and battery backups and all that will be plugged into here. And then yeah, this will be primarily server stuff. I might, since it's close, what I might do is any of the gigabit ports, I might just throw those in here too, since it's closer. Maybe I'll do it with management stuff too. I don't know, yeah, it's kind of whatever, figure it out. I mean, I'm going to need this one regardless because it's my only PoE. Well, no, that's not true. This is just PoE as well, the X2200. Yeah, it's PoE. We'll just leave it at that. Well, and I want, I guess I should also say, I want my computer on the same network that has access to these 10 gig ports. I don't know. It's complicated. I'm not doing a very good job explaining myself since I haven't fully thought it out, but yeah, and we'll see. I need to do something better about this cable mess. So that'll be it for this video. Still work in progress.